Who's up next? Is Jett up next? Oh, Jett, you're right over
Jett
there.
of Project P44 making an appearance.
The superstars of freight, one after the other.
What
The hits
is
just keep on
happening?
coming. Hey, Jett.
Thanks for the
Jett,
opportunity.
What's happening?
good to see you.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you. Well, so it's good to see our more Chicago buddies here in Chicago. So it wasn't too hard for you getting over here?
It's pretty reasonable. it's all comparative.
Man, you guys are doing a lot of cool things with Project 44. Of course, you too were in one of the finalists in the Freight Tech Award. Are you what are you vying to Are you disrupting? Are you going for the top?
Is Shelley out of earshot? he predicted you guys were going to win.
Oh, wow.
I did not.
Thank you. We were really, really fortunate last year. I think we were number 3.
Oh, very modest.
So really fortunate, so thank you.
What has changed since then? So that was a year ago. You guys were at number 3. Some people predicting
Number
you
two.
could. Number two.
Number
Sorry,
two.
number
Wow.
2. Wow. Even better, right?
Even better, thank you.
But now you've only got one place to go, either up or down. So one's a shorter climb. So let's
right.
hope you get there. So how much has visibility changed, though, and how has the market dynamics changed?
Yeah.
How have your conversations changed in the past year?
Well, I think FreightWaves does a great job, right? I think actually that prediction that we were number 2 in the top 25 was just an early indicator. Candidly, about a year ago, most companies still weren't that interested in what it was that we were talking about. And so you have this massive explosion of interest and visibility over the last 12 months. So that was an early indicator.
Yeah.
Now what we see happening is that the conversation has quickly evolved from where is my truck? It's in the last year it's evolved to what's the ETA of that truck going to be? And now folks are asking the right question, which is where is that PO? Or where's that item, or where's that SKU number?
Oh man, Jett, I was gonna say, a lot of it's weird how many companies and how many shippers don't consider their inventory part of their supply chain. You know, like
Sure.
transportation and the whole thing is sort of segmented in their minds, where it's like that's the whole lifeblood of your organization,
That's
the
right.
movement of it.
That's right. Yeah, we tend to think of it as you have inventory at rest and you have inventory in motion. And all a truck, train, plane, boat is a warehouse with wheels or wings. Or something that floats. And so if you can really understand where that part of the inventory is at, it changes everything in your supply chain.
Well, I mean, if you don't know where your inventory is, you don't know where your revenue is, because that's what
That's
your
right.
money is tied up in.
You're exactly right.
And you provide solutions for shippers, logistics service providers, and carriers.
That's
I'm wondering, when you are providing solutions for them, who see the value the easiest, and who are the most challenging to try to bring into the fold?
Yes. So the ecosystem is complex. There's no doubt. And when you talk about the shippers, that in itself, you have the inbound and you have the outbound, you have the carriers, the LSPs, the 3PL subcontractors. Very, very complex ecosystem, to your point.
Yeah.
We tend to think of ourselves as an enabler of that. We don't think of ourselves as a disruptor. And so all those different parties, they're all on the digitalization journey. They're at different places. And so we always think, how can we meet the market where it is? How can we understand what the headwinds are that they have? How can we help them be their best selves? So I would say there are some carriers out there that are extremely advanced, that really have a great digital strategy. And then there are some that are a little bit farther behind.
Chicago has some of the oldest logistics companies in the nation. Right. It is a great barometer of acceptance of things. I mean, if you are in San Francisco, if you're in Silicon Valley, you're probably going to hear a lot of VCs, blowing smoke at you, and a lot of people really excited about tech and technology and Bitcoin and all of these different things. You go into Chicago, you're probably going to see a lot more skepticism.
That's right.
How are you breaking through it? Because you said that conversation has started to change.
Yes, I think now what's so clear is that the network that a Project 44 has now, it's so large. There's so many carriers that are participating. It's very, very clear ROI now. So there's above the line ROI, and then you have below the line the soft ROI. And so I think you see just incredible ROI that really justifies it. Most folks, whether in Chicago or they're in Seattle or wherever they're at, they realize that, to your point, inventory, they need to understand where their revenue's at and where it's coming from. They need some type of access to it. But now you're able to actually to quantify it.
Well, one of the things that we're about to talk to a couple of partners of yours,
Yes.
SAP. You want to give us a little tease before we bring them on? What's the partnership with P44 and SAP?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Really, really excited. It's a deal that took a long time to put together. It's probably one of the most proud moments of my life. which is for Project 44 to partner with SAP. They have a great team over there. They have something called the Logistics Business Network. I don't want to steal their thunder. Let them talk about it. It's really bold. It's very ambitious. I'm really excited that we're going to be able to help power that globally. So I'll leave it there.
All right, man. Jett, always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
Doing great stuff.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jett.
Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, love it.
All right, well, come on
Yes,
up.
we have Franz Hero and Paige Cox from SAP. Come on down.
We've only got one microphone, but we can share.
We need a share.
Do we have another chair?
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming,
It's coming.
Paige.
Oh, here it is.
Here
Here
it
it is.
is.
Paige, ask and you shall receive.
Well, why don't
Folks,
we
are
just...
you in here? Are you guys in from Germany? Paige, I was looking you up on LinkedIn, and you're like here, Atlanta via Germany. I'm trying to figure out the whole background.
I know I'm a globetrotter, I would say. Yeah, so I started in the SAP US, so I was working out of Atlanta. I actually grew up in New York, and I went to school at Purdue, so Chicago was quite a sweet home.
Okay.
And then last 5 years, I'm in the headquarters in Germany.
Wow.
I worked everywhere.
So SAP and Project 44, some people may say, when he didn't want to steal your thunder, so take the thunder now, take the reins and shoot down the lightning from the clouds. What is this partnership all about?
So perhaps I'll start with SAP, what we are doing. So we are the biggest software vendor in the supply chain space. So our portfolio spans from design to operate, designing new products, new machines, then producing it, then make sure that the logistic is right to bring the materials to the production line, having the warehousing, and then from a production line to the customers, and at the end also operate the machines and taking the service for the products. But no company is working for itself. So they are all collaborating. It starts with a design collaboration, manufacturing collaboration with subcontractors, and of course, big time in logistics. And that's the reason also why we founded a complete new business unit, and Paige is running this business unit around networks, for asset intelligent networks, for manufacturing networks, design networks, and for logistic business networks. And logistic business networks is our most important network we have.
So as the largest software provider in the logistics space, you guys see the need for collaboration, connection. How is the connection working? What are you guys going to do with Project 44?
Right. So maybe we take a step back where how the industry is evolving, right? So when the logistic needs of a company, they oftentimes start with how to optimize in their own enterprise. And there's a lot of this intra-company needs that need to collaborate. But as the industry evolves, many people need to really reach out to be much more connected to their logistic providers, to their freight forwarders, to the carriers. So shippers needs this connectivity. And it's very costly and it's very cumbersome to maintain one-to-one relationship. So we envision is to provide one open and secure network that's multi-capable and multi-mode around the globe, where everybody can be on board once, but be connected to many. And here we work with various partners to help us achieve that, to get whether it's connecting to the digital freight forwarders or to connecting to a visibility platform like Project 44.
So P44 is a part of the larger strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean? So no business relationship matters if there isn't a return on investment. So what does this mean to your customers? What does a partnership like this do for you guys? We talked about the benefits to P44. What about you?
Yeah. So every network lives from scale. So how many members do you have on the network? And there's no company in the world who can onboard all the carriers, all the trucks, the containers, and so forth. And our strategy is to build the networks with strategic partners. And we just earlier the year we announced a partnership with Uber Freight to connect to the freight forwarding industry. And the P44 is our strategic partner for visibility networks. So we in SAP, we have the digital twin of a network starting from the customers through the production lines to the suppliers. And what P44 is bringing into the space is they know where the trucks are, where the transportation resources are. And now we can combine, let's say, for example, a sales order or purchase order and all the material flow we have with the information, where's the truck, with the dynamic ETA calculation, and feed that real time into our supply chain. So this is really a perfect symbiosis between an ERP vendor like SAP and a visibility provider like P44.
You know, we talk a lot about transparency and visibility. Well, actually, it does sound like, I mean, with visibility and transparency, we are making it happen. And you guys are playing a part in the larger framework of things. So thank you so much for being on.
How do people learn more? How do people reach out and learn more about what you guys are doing, this partnership? Where do they go to after this stream?
Yeah, of course, you can visit sap.com and find our landing page, SAP Logistic Business Networks. You can learn about our network of network strategy if you would like to become our partner, and also together jointly make the new waves of innovation. So yeah, we're very excited.
Fantastic. Paige Cox, Franz
Here's
Hero.
some t-shirts, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks for
you.
joining us.
Franz, are you a large or an extra large?
He's going a large. He's an athletic
Yeah,
man.
he's going to show off his muscles.